You can tell it's Friday, right? Our first guest is an actress and a producer and a former talk show host. She's also the co-author of the book, Your Best Birth, in which she shares some really empowering information for moms-to-be. Please welcome the very lovely and legendary Ricki Lake.
I think a lot of people that used to work for me work for you, and they just speak so highly of you as a person.
Do you miss it?
I feel like I need to be closer. There. Do I miss it?
Yeah.
No.
Do you feel how hard my couch is? You know,
yeah, it's kind of like, it's good for the boobs to kind of keep you sitting up straight. You know.
Exactly.
Ooh, nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
Thanks, Ricki.
Nice.
That's nice also.
Thank you.
That's a really nice
Dior,
ring.
But it's, don't look at the manicure, because there is none, but thank you.
So, Ricki was a daytime fixture, as we all know, for 11 years. There you are.
I know, 2,100 shows over 11 years. From the time I was 24, I did the pilot at 23 and finished my career as a talk show at 35.
You look terrific.
Thank you. Well, I'm 41 now, and getting better, I think. I feel like I'm getting better with age.
Yeah. I love the 40s. It's like we're hitting a stride that hopefully will take us up to our 70s and 80s and beyond.
40s is the new 20.
It really is.
At least the way I'm living my 40s.
Yes. Well, how are the boys?
They're awesome. And you have a 9-year-old son.
A 9-year-old.
My son is turning 9. My little one's turning 9 next week, in 2 weeks, and then I have a 13-year-old.
Milo.
Milo is taller than me. He weighs more than me. He's, thank God, hairier than me. He's got a mustache. He's got underarm hair that he could braid.
We all remember, many of us.
He will not appreciate me saying that.
Fans of your show, though, remember when he was born.
Yes.
And we remember also a lot about your personal life. You really did share with us. You shared the trials and tribulations of being, you know, very overweight.
Yeah, and I heard that you were, how heavy were you?
Not as heavy as my parents convinced me to be.
Really?
But when I was pregnant, though, I went up to 297 pounds because I was on bed rest and I was stressing, and I gained 103 pounds.
Wow.
You know,
I gained 50 pounds with but I was already, you know, heavier. I was 200 pounds when I had my first son, and about 200 for my second as well. But it's a big girl.
How big were you at your heaviest?
260.
260. And well, you've done a terrific job of, you know, keeping it together, keeping it off. Your hair looks really good, too.
Thank you.
Your hair looks...
I'm figuring it all out. It's still a work in progress, I think. You know, I work out, I take care of myself, I eat well. You know, I mean, there's no magic pill, there's no secret, and I've never had surgery to lose weight. But it's, you know, it's something that it's just my life, you know, it's just my battle to fight.
So now you're no longer married to Rob. You guys co-parent the boys.
We do.
Remember when Ricki got married? This is another part of, I mean, you shared your journey with us.
Whole, like, I did the show. I met the man of my dreams, my soulmate. We married 4 months later, had 2 kids over the course of my show, got divorced during the course of my show, and yeah, I mean, with the chapters that I'm having now in my life are even more interesting, I think.
I didn't realize that you got divorced during the course of the show.
Yeah, well, 35 is when the last season of my show is when I started the process of getting divorced.
About 2004, your show was finished?
2005. Yeah.
And so, are you dating? You look sexy.
I am dating. There's no one special. There's
dating around?
Yes. Yes. I was afraid you were going to say it another way.
No.
But, yeah, I'm dating around. I'm a player.
Yeah, a player.
I'm a little bit of a player, but I think I'm getting that out of my system, and now I'm kind of getting ready to you know, take it to a level of, you know, finding someone. One person.
Good. Well, you know, so how's...
Do you know anybody?
I wish I did, because there are plenty of people who would love to get their hands on some Ricki Lake.
Yeah, well...
Yeah. So I know that you're a New York girl originally. You're from Hastings on the Hudson, right up the West Side Highway. I
am, and I'm also... You're Long Island? What exit?
New Jersey, exit 105.
Got it.
Long Island and New Jersey are the same thing, though.
Well, I used to go to the Paramus Mall all the time.
Okay. That's in Jersey. All right, so now you live in L.A. You call your home L.A., and I understand, I heard that you bought your house from Courtney Cox?
I did.
Well, that must be a good house.
You know, right?
Well, I know that's what she does. She likes to buy houses, fix them up really good, and then sell them. She's a flipper.
She does. Well, but this house she stayed in the longest. She was in this house for 8 years, and she has great taste, and she's incredible to me, incredibly generous. And I not only sleep in her house, I sleep in her bed. She gave me her bed.
Did you
I know that sounds gross, but I changed the mattress.
Okay.
Yes. I bought my own Duxiana, but
those
no.
are good.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Now that you have a show, right?
Bed?
Yeah. Duck's bed is the way to go. But
are.
yes, I sleep in her bed, and you know, I'm incredibly grateful to her because that house is where I'm going to die. I have the plot picked out. I'm going to be buried on that property because I'm never leaving.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's good, and plus it's stability for the boys.
Absolutely.
And so, you ever been to one of her Sunday parties? Like, is she one of your?
I have. You know, yes. I mean, I haven't seen her in a long time, and I don't. You know, it's not like we talk on the phone all the time. But I consider her a friend, and she's amazing. Her husband's awesome, and yes, I have been. I guess those Sunday parties are pretty notorious, huh?
Well,
I haven't been invited in a while. So, Courtney, if you're watching, you know.
So here's by the way, you know, back when you had your talk show, and I was really popular on the radio here in New York, and I came on your show one time, and I know you don't remember because I don't even remember what it was about, but I was one of your expert panelists.
You were you on just once?
Just maybe once or twice. I used to do my rounds.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Okay, good.
But I used to go on the Richard Bay and Morton Downey Jr.
You made the rounds.
Yeah. You know, I was always the expert with the big mouth every once in a while.
You would be a good booker for sure.
Yeah.
You're like as we would say, a segment one book. Yes.
I love it.
But yeah, I didn't remember because truthfully, when I did my show, it's sort of this, and you probably have the same thing. It's like you're in the zone of like remembering what you have to remember, and you're pacing yourself and taking all your cues. I sometimes don't remember the celebrities that were on my show. I'll be like, oh, nice to meet you, and they're like, you were on I was on your show. I was singing my song on your show, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm so glad that you share that with me because there are times, especially like right after the show, I'll talk to my mother and father or my sister or something, and they'll be like, how was today's show? Or they watched it from Miami. They say, you looked great today. I said, what did I wear?
Yeah.
Who was on the show?
Yeah.
It's like on to the next thing.
Yeah. It's like that famous person memory. You know, you think, because you know them from TV, and I think a lot of people, you know, when they meet me, I don't necessarily look like I did on TV, but they know me, and there was an intimacy when you do your... You think I look the same?
Yes.
Really? Well, when people meet me, they're like, did we go to high school together, or, you know...
Yeah.
There's an intimacy that you have when they're in their underwear, in their living room, watching you day in and day out.
Yes.
You know, they think they know me, and they can't figure out where.
Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. More talk with Ricki coming up.